Can you use Bitcoin to buy real estate? Let's get into that today. Hi, I'm Tim Diesel. I'm a commercial real estate consultant, and this channel is designed to help you maximize your business and give you investment strategies to help you grow. If you're a broker, this will definitely help your client's business grow. All right, so I don't like to make this political or give you a yes or a no. Short answer, yes, you can use Bitcoin to buy real estate. That goes all across. You're dealing with an owner, and whatever he'll accept, that's your method, that's your thing. What I'm going to give you though is 3 questions, and I really want you to think about them and internalize them before you start listening to everybody else and listening to me actually, and really think about these, all right? You can use Bitcoin to buy anything. You can actually trade real estate. You don't even need actual currency, right? You just need things of value. But let's think about this on a larger scale. Let's suppose we can predict the value of real estate, right? We can kind of see, is it going up, is it going down? So that's my question for you. One out of the 3 questions I have for you is, can you predict the value? Can you predict the value of Bitcoin? I don't know, maybe you can. Maybe you can tell it's going up, it's going down. But with real estate, it's kind of a slow pace, right? The problem with Bitcoin is, and when I'm referring to Bitcoin, I'm referring to all those currencies, Bitcash, whatever, all of them. The problem with that is you're buying something today and tomorrow the value could double and it could go way down. So the intentions were clear. Let's try to use a currency, something that we can use. Well, it's turned into an investment vehicle because nobody pays for anything with Bitcoin. And if you do, comment below. I'd like to know what you use it for. It used to, a couple years ago, 2015, maybe 16, it made more sense. How can you pay, at the time I'm recording this, I think Bitcoin's around $7,500, $8,000. How in the world could somebody accept that as a form of payment when tomorrow it'll go down to 7,000? It just doesn't make any sense at all. So think about how can you predict the value of something? Well, if you're buying an apartment building, I don't know what it's going to be 5-10 years from now. I hope it goes up, right? But you can kind of tell through the cash flows and through the depreciation of the asset where you'll be somewhat. You have no idea where you're going to be with Bitcoin. So that's the first thing. How can you predict the future of it? All right, so the next question is, will the government allow it? Now, I don't want to turn this into a big controversial argument, but I want you to think about something. The US government, China, these other countries, are they just going to allow citizens to take money into their own hands? That's how he who controls the gold controls the rules, or the golden rule and all that stuff came from. They will never let this happen. It doesn't matter what you've seen. If you've read The Wealth of Nations, if you're looking into these kind of things, this isn't something they will just let citizens take amongst themselves. It's probably never going to happen. And I'm not saying it can never, ever happen. I'm just saying it's very tough for citizens to control their own cash. It's probably a long way away. That's what we're trying to do with currency here. Now, it might happen in certain sections, certain countries, certain parts of the world. I can see that. But on a global scale, no, because what's the Fed going to control? Are they going to raise interest rates? I mean, how's that even going to work? How are they going to tax it? How are they going to profit from it as a country, as a nation? So look at that. When you have an asset, when you have a retail building or an office building, you have to pay tax on that building. You don't have to, but if you don't, it'll take it away from you, right? You have to maintain it. There's all kinds of things you're obligated to do. Well, Bitcoin is just Bitcoin, and people that think they can never shut it down, well, they can. They can regulate it in such where if you're going to turn that currency over to whatever your currency is, wherever you live, it's going to be very difficult for you. So that's something else to consider. Will the government let this happen? Now, wherever you are, if you're in China, it's something else. If you're in US, it's something else. Will that be an option? I want you to think about that. All right, now, on the last thing I want to tell you, I kind of want to turn this on a positive light. I don't want to make this sound like a negative doom and gloom kind of a thing. The technology itself, that whole blockchain, all that good stuff, remarkable. I mean, remarkable. The way they're going to be doing contracts in the future. And if you don't know too much about it, definitely do your research. I think it'll stay. That blockchain, it's definitely here to stay. How they're going to incorporate it, I don't know, is it going to be a Fed coin or whatever the heck they're going to do? That remains to be seen. So I don't think it's going away. No way, not at any means. But when you have 1,000 different currencies and nobody knows what to use or what to accept, I mean, how's that going to work? I mean, if you go to pay for something and you have a Visa or a MasterCard or Discover, sometimes they'll take, 2 out of the 3 or something like that. Well, how does it work when you've got 100 different, choices or options? So I'm really not too sure how that's going to go, but I definitely think in the future, this is something that they can use and they can sustain and they can, it's fascinating what they can do with this. So that definitely can happen. So you can definitely use Bitcoin to buy real estate. You can use Bitcoin to buy anything, but you got to ask yourself, the person receiving the payment, are they going to be okay with it? And you, as paying with that Bitcoin, are you going to be okay with it? Because what if it doubles or triples the next day? Well, you just gave up all those profits and you paid 3 times more for that property, wherever it is, right? So you want to be careful with that. All right, guys, my question for you is, do you use Bitcoin now to buy your goods? I'd like to know. Comment below. All right, guys, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much.